Well, this is not what you expect to wake up to in the morning. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this hive. This hive I might be able to save, but a bear got in here last night. That is just insane, and I don't even see the bees here anymore. I'm looking in the trees. I don't know if they've swarmed somewhere. I think I'm gonna start with the easier hive, which would be the yellow hive. Okay, this whole frame is completely flipped over. So I don't really know how I'm going to get this back. Just like that. Looking for my queen, obviously. They are not happy. Neither am I. Okay, well, I can't get my smoker to on, of course. So. I feel like I'm seeing some queen cells on these. So I might not even have a queen. I already got stung once this morning on my neck. Got one done. Looks like they're all going back inside, so I'm hoping that means the queen is in there. Now this box. This box looks like a mess. And I was just going to come put my first honey super on this hive today, so it's sad. Wow. What a mess. These, unfortunately, are all my brood frames, so that is very upsetting. I'm just gonna hope that the bees will clean these up themselves, because if I try to, I'm just gonna get honey all over myself. Oh my gosh. They're all like drowning in the honey. Done for. Oh, just stung me through my jacket. Ow. Ow. I think it looks like 3 frames are not going to make it. Trying to finish this before this rainstorm gets here. Okay, well, one done. I don't even know where to begin. Not as many bees over here. Like I said, I don't know if they have swarmed into a tree somewhere. if they did, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find them, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the wheelbarrow. I don't think any of this is gonna be savable, unfortunately. And I'm glad this hive is the one that got demolished, because this hive is horrible quality. As you can see, that's probably why this one is destroyed and the other one's not. Here's some bees in here. I'm hoping they're like under that or something. You can kind of see where he just was scratching on here. Top is full of honey right there. He just completely ripped this up. I mean, look at the top. Wow. This box is just torn apart. I'm gonna attempt to put those few bees that are in the bottom of this, I'm gonna shake them off over at my other hive and hope that they just adopt them. But if not, I think it's safe to say the pink hive is no more, which is very sad. I bet they won't, but go in here, go in there. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna go inside. I think I've got this one pretty much under control. This one, unfortunately, that is all that we are left with. The rest has to go in the trash. Well, what a morning. I learned very fast with homesteading that you kind of just have to learn to expect the unexpected, because that's kind of just part of it. I only got stung twice. I got stung once right here in my neck, and then one got me on my arm through my jacket, which I think is kind of funny because I thought it wasn't supposed to do that. But unfortunately, pink hive is gone. It was demolished. There was no saving that, and also the bees were gone. So I looked everywhere up there. I cannot find them like hiding in a tree or anything. So that's unfortunate, but the yellow hive I did save, so thank the Lord for that. If you missed it, a few of my videos back, the bear already got into my chicken coop. Luckily, it only got into the chicken's treats, but it still got into the chicken area, which I don't like, and now I'm extra mad that it got in to my beehives. I do hear a ton of bees in these cucumbers. There's some right there. Maybe they're all just hiding in my cucumbers now. Who knows? Like I always say, the devil can't keep me down. But anyway, with that being said, you can now get back to your regularly scheduled program. We are out in the garden today. I'm going to be harvesting a few things and preserving them. We're in kind of a funny part in the garden season where some things are coming in pretty slowly, but they're still coming in. Not so much that you can wait to do a big harvest and then process them. I don't know, it's a weird time of the year. So I've learned to not put it off and to just get it done when it comes in. And that way you're not so overwhelmed. I've got some peppers that need harvested, banana peppers and jalapenos, and I'm probably going to turn those into just pickled banana peppers and then maybe some cowboy candy with the jalapenos. Look at this beautiful little volunteer tomato plant. I also need to get in here and harvest some cucumbers. I have some zucchini that need harvested. Probably make some pickles with these. And then underneath all of these, I don't want to get in here too much because the bees are in there. I'll put my gloves on. But I have some herbs that are completely covered by these cucumbers now that I'm going to try to transplant. If they make it, great. If they don't, oh well. Next year, I am not putting the cucumbers in a garden bed at all whatsoever, because look at this. This is ridiculous. I'm going to put them right here next to my pumpkins. I'll probably do some sort of crop rotation here, but either way, they're definitely going in ground next year because this is out of control. Okay, so first thing I want to do today is try to transplant these herbs. If I can find my shovel. Well, shoot, I don't know where. Oh, it's right in front of my face. By my shovel, I actually mean my son's shovel. This is the only little shovel I have, but it will work. I'm really scared I'm going to get stung, but after today, what's a couple more, right? I know you guys had quite the night last night. I don't want to add to your experience. Oh, there they come. Right here is some oregano, and I'm seeing a very large cobweb in there. Oh goodness, I had a little like daydream last night while I was laying in bed that I reached in here and there was a snake. And one thing about me is I don't like snakes or spiders. And unfortunately, we have very large spiders here at this house. We have wolf spiders. If one of those comes out of here, you guys are gonna hear me scream. This looks like a very large wolf spider's den in here. It's right there. There's a pretty large hole, so I don't really want to do this because of that. But I'm going to anyway. We're just gonna hope he doesn't come out. Just come out. Just come out. Okay. And then right here I have some thyme. I would like to keep getting herbs off of these, but them being in here, that's just not gonna happen because they're seeing no sunlight whatsoever. Come out. Are my chickens going crazy? Is it because there's a bear? Okay, and last over in this corner is some rosemary. Lots of little bees right here. Oh, please don't sting me. The little cucumber vines are all tangled up in it. Oh, that came up super easy. Cool. Okay, so now that I got all the herbs out of the other section, now I'm going to plant them along with this parsley, which I see is going to seed. So I'm going to just cut that off. Majority of things that I have in the garden right now is herbs. I'm going to just cut this back before I get into it too much. I definitely have enough parsley, probably for the year. I'm sad to tell you, but little baby chick is gone. I don't know what happened to it, but one day I came out and it was just gone. It had been getting out, and yeah, so we don't have little baby chick anymore. The bear probably got that too. That would be my luck. This right there. Yeah. Hopefully these do okay being transplanted. I don't really know. We will see. I need to water those in. I want to look for cucumbers, but I also don't want to get stung by a bee. I have a feeling there's a ton in there where I can't reach. Here you go, chickies. Well, they seem to love that, so that's good. You're a bad mama, Chanel. You let your baby get out. But since I'm here, we can see if there's any eggs. Coco is wanting to brood again. Man, can you not? We already went through this once. And one of them is in the other box, which is crazy because they normally never lay in that box. Enjoy your salad. I'm gonna harvest some of this lemon mint. I'm gonna try to avoid this because this is just regular mint and this is lemon mint. So I had just been cutting it off, but then that makes harvesting it really hard after it's dried. So I've been trying to pull them off. This is my first year with the lemon mint and I love it. It smells so good. I made a cup of tea with it the other night and it tasted so good. And then I flavored my dishwasher, or not my dishwasher, I flavored my laundry detergent with it. Flavored it like I'm eating it. Scented it. I could go crazy on this. You could just stay here all day. Oh, hi, hummingbird. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna grab a few of these banana peppers. These banana peppers are shaped differently than the other ones. Got a couple little chamomile flowers. And then just gonna look in the zucchini bush because these are pretty much almost ready to harvest. If they're not the day before, then by the next morning they'll be ready. I like to try to get them when they're a little on the smaller side. They do get huge, and like I said, they get huge fast. So if it looks like a good size, I just take it because chances are tomorrow it will be too big. Look at these. Even though all of my tomato plants are getting blight this year, they're still putting off some goodies. This is some orange variety, I'm not sure. This is what I mean by very random and small harvests. Here in Colorado, that's just kind of how it is this time of year. We don't get super large harvests until later in the year. And I don't even know if I'm gonna have a very big harvest considering all my tomato plants are dying. I'll be lucky if I get to make 1 jar of tomato sauce this year. Okay, I'm back inside now, thank goodness, because it was so hot out there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to organize my herbs that I've had drying for a while into their little jars. And then that way we can load up the racks with more herbs. Okay, I'm going to load this up now. This is like the saddest little chamomile haul. actually gonna go get some dill because I forgot to grab that when we were out here earlier. Let me plant some more seeds for dill. I don't know if it's too late in the season or not, but I just love dill. So I do have a few more dill seeds, so I'm just gonna plant some right here. And I still need to water these. They're a little busy right now. Trying to recoup, I assume. For now, I'm just gonna put the dill on here. I think I'll probably end up using some of it for the pickles I think I'm gonna make. I harvested all of this a couple of days ago. That is not enough jalapenos for a batch of cowboy candy, so I will wait until I get a few more of those, but this I could definitely turn into pickled banana peppers, which I am gonna do here in a little while. And then 1 or 2 cans of pickles. We have 3 zucchini, which I think I'm gonna turn into zucchini bread, but in the future when I start getting a ton of zucchini, I'll probably freeze dry some. So of course I only have my bigger jars, so this batch of banana peppers is gonna be mostly juice. The brine for this is super easy. It's just 1 cup of water, 1 cup of white vinegar. I love the smell of vinegar. I don't know why. And a tablespoon of salt. And then I'm just gonna put that on the stove. I'm gonna prep these cucumbers and get them packed in the jars. I like to do spears. My brine is hot now. Put this in and hope that do this before my baby gets up since it's hot. So I'm just gonna put that on and set this aside. I'm gonna go take care of the baby and then I will come back to finish this. All right, he is watching Toy Story with a little snack. And we're gonna get back to this. Perfect. Okay, so my pickle brine is a little different than my just pickled banana pepper. I wonder if you can even see this. That one really hurts. This one not so much. So for my pickles, we're gonna use some of my homegrown garlic in this. I'm gonna do like 4 cloves of garlic per jar. And there. And then I'm just gonna put a ton of dill. I'm just gonna use what's left in here, which is about 1/2 cup. So for this one, it is 3 cups of water and 3 cups of vinegar. Hopefully I have enough vinegar. Wow, I do have enough. Okay, 6 tablespoons of salt. 5, While I'm waiting for that to heat up, I'm gonna get my canner on the stove and heating up as well. And then I'm gonna clean up a little. We're just gonna be pouring the brine into here, loading them into the canner, and then they'll process for probably 25 minutes. I have to add a little time because of my altitude, and then we'll make some zucchini bread. Now I'm gonna make some zucchini bread with the zucchini that I got out of the garden. Like I said, in the future when I get them out, I'll probably just freeze dry the zucchini and throw it into meals where it seems like a good fit. But since these are our first zucchinis of the year, I wanna make zucchini bread because I crave zucchini bread all winter long. But now that I have the freeze dryer, I'm hoping that I can make zucchini bread whenever I want. I know I am a sourdough girly, but I am just gonna be making regular old-fashioned zucchini bread with my mom's recipe, which my mom's recipe is from the Better Homes New Cookbook. I'll link this for you guys. I'm just going to cut both the top and the bottom off. Is that dirt? I guess that's dirt. And then it calls for 2.5 cups coarsely shredded unpeeled zucchini. For some reason I thought you peeled it, but I guess not. So I'm going to shred this and see how much I have. I really don't want to hand shred this. This will take forever, but I don't really want to get my food processor out to do this, so I'm lazy. I don't want to make it dirty and then have to clean it. It has so many parts. So I'm just gonna do it this way. And then once I have it done, I'll come back and let you know how many batches we're gonna do. Okay, so I perfectly have 5 cups of zucchini. So that means I can double this recipe and get 4 loaves out of it. Luckily, they freeze pretty well. I'll just take it out, let it thaw, cut off a slice, and then put it in the microwave. Another one of my favorite ways to have zucchini in the summer is to just take it, cut it in half, score the inside, and then put salt, pepper, garlic powder, Parmesan on top, bake it till it's nice and crispy brown on top. So good. Okay, we're gonna preheat the oven to 350. I don't know if there's gonna be enough room in this mixer. Well, let me actually first. 2 eggs, so we need 4 eggs. Sugar, we need 4 cups of sugar. If you're just doing one batch, it's 2 cups. But since I'm doing a double batch, it's 4. Oil and vanilla. Oil, we need 1 cup. Holy cow. I feel like that's a lot of oil. So 1 cup, right? 1 cup of vegetable oil. So I'm gonna do 2 cups of vegetable oil. I just thought of the perfect way to use up those jalapenos that I have. For tonight's dinner, I'm making some little pizzas and I need some jalapenos, so I'll put it on that. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm not gonna measure, I'm gonna measure with my eyeballs. Sure. I'm gonna mix this together really quick. How do you avoid that? It went everywhere. It's on the lowest setting. Now I'm gonna add in my zucchini. And I do not think I have enough room in my mixer to mix all of it at once. So we're just gonna say 10 cups because So I'm gonna dump back in. Oh goodness. Welcome to my life. It is a mess. Okay, that looks like 5 cups. Why do you guys watch me? Okay, now we'll add our dry ingredients. 3 cups of flour. 1. 2. 3. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. It says tablespoon, right? Yeah? Okay, if you say so. 1 of those. We need 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm gonna do 3 of these because I don't want to get my 1 out. You need to watch monsters? Okay. 1 teaspoon of salt. Optional raisins? Should go to jail. Okay, that's gonna go everywhere. I'm just gonna spray both of these pretty good. Now we'll get this zucchini bread in here. And I'm gonna mix up that other batch and then bake them all at the same time. Milk. Milk. Okay, it says 55 minutes. I'm gonna add 5 minutes and just do an hour because there's 4 of them in there. And then halfway through, I'm gonna rotate them just so they all get evenly baked. We now have 4 jars of pickles, 1/2 jar of banana peppers. Okay, now that my bread is out of the oven, please excuse my fan. It's running because I just baked some bacon in the microwave. I'm now going to make dinner, one of my favorite meals. Okay, we just finished up with dinner. It was delicious. I am now gonna go enjoy this zucchini bread with my baby, and we're gonna watch a movie. But thank you so much for coming along on this very hectic, crazy day. Besides the bee fiasco, this is a good look into my average day. Right now, I am trying to just keep up with whatever is coming out of the garden, getting it preserved, putting it on my shelf, mainly because I know that the larger harvest season is right around the corner, and I don't want to get to the point where I have a ton of stuff coming in and I have a few little piddly things still sitting around going bad. So that is how I handle preserving the garden as it comes in. But that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being my shoulder to cry on about my bees. I have to say a lot of prayers that that doesn't happen again. My neck still hurts, if you were wondering. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Whew, it's a little swollen. I don't know if I mentioned it, but my name is Lexi. This is the Homestyle Homestead. I do a lot of different things around here. Right now it's primarily garden content because that is what I am doing the most of. I also have a sourdough micro bakery that I run out of my house. I am a stay-at-home mom. Obviously, I bake. I have goats, the chickens, I do everything around here. So if any of that interests you, I would love for you to stick around and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, Jesus loves you, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.